edition of WPAWS News. My name is Mrs. Poe.
And my name is Mr. Barsh. And a warm welcome back to all of you students. It's so good to see you back here at Sullivan after a long summer.
Oh, and who is this? Look everyone, we have Sully the Tiger and he's here to wish us a great start as well. And we are so excited to get things rolling with the 2017-18 school year.
And let's check in with our roving reporter, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Boots, who is on location in the busy halls of Sullivan Elementary.
Hi everybody, I'm in the hallways here at Sullivan Elementary and I want to show you how well everyone is following the PBIS expectations. They really know how to use their cool tools. Here is Mrs. Sanchez's class. Look at how well they're following the hallway expectations. They are walking in a very straight line and their eyes are pointing forward. And look how they are keeping their hands and feet to themselves. Everyone is at 0 voice volume in the hallway. And over here, check out Mrs. Wordcheck and Mrs. Beckett's class. They really know how to follow the lunchroom line expectations. Notice how they are so respectful. They are taking turns and waiting patiently. They really know how to keep the line moving. Here is Mrs. Holshoe's class, following the hallway expectations. They are just leaving the lunchroom and are waiting so quietly for their teacher to tell them to go ahead and move forward. Notice how everyone is in a straight line and their hands and feet are to themselves. And again, they are all at 0 voice volume, which is so awesome. Oh, and I have to show you how well Mrs. Roach's class know how to leave the lunch table. Watch how they follow each other around the table with their trays to the garbage can. And then, once they dump their garbage, watch how carefully they stack their white trays. Nice work, Mrs. Roach's class. Hey, and who is this? It's Quan Rogers. Look how well he's following the lunchroom PBIS expectation. He is sitting at his table and is quietly opening up his food so he can begin to eat. Wow, he's setting a really good example for all the rest of us. This is how we should sit at the lunch table. It is so nice to see these Sullivan kids following our PBIS expectations. Let's keep up the good work. Perfect.
Thank you so much to our roving reporter, Mr. Boots, for showing us all those great, wonderful ways the kids are following the PBIS expectations in the halls, all around school, and in the lunchroom.
I bet there's a whole lot of Sullivan kids making good choices too. Maybe next time our roving reporter will catch some of you out in the hallways.
In the meantime, I know that there are a lot of Sullivan students out there who have been earning white paws for their awesome behaviors. Mr. Chase Bailey, could you please show everyone what a white paw looks like? Remember, paws are very important to save. They're like money and can help you buy things on our PBIS cart. You will have the chance to visit the PBIS cart with your teacher, so be sure to keep your paws in a safe place so you can spend them.
And did you know there's another way you can spend your white paws? You can use them as raffle tickets. In the LMC, there is a special showcase that holds the items we are raffling off this month. Take a look what's in there right now.
How do our students win?
Easy! You write your name and your teacher's name on the back of your white paws. Then you drop them off in a raffle bucket in the library in Miss Scholl's or Miss Lacasio's desk. Then Mrs. Scholl will pick the lucky winner out of the bucket, and Mrs. Fisher will announce the winners to the whole school.
That's awesome!
It's super awesome!
Have you seen the green paws floating around school? Hey, Mr. Chase Bailey, could you show us what a green paw looks like? What does that green paw mean?
Well, the green paws are given to whole classes who are following Paul's expectations. Grown-ups notice that whole classes are doing the right thing, and when they see a class making wise choices, the grown-ups can give the whole class a green paw. It is really important to save these paws.
Why is that?
Because at the end of first trimester in November, your teacher will count up the number of green paws your class has earned, and your class may earn some great things, like 50 paws is a movie. 60 paws is a movie and a snack. 70 paws is a movie, a snack, and PJ Day.
Wow! That is so sweet. Oh my gosh. I hope that all the classrooms can win by getting 70 green paws so they can wear their pajamas to school. Boys and girls, help your class. Remember to follow the paws expectations in your classroom so you can earn lots of green paws.
Hey, Mrs. Poe, did you see that strange bulletin board in the lunchroom hallway that is talking about Super Sullivan Citizen Award? What is that?
Yes, the Super Sullivan Citizen Award is something new this year, and everyone has a chance to be picked. Every month, one student from every Sullivan class will be picked to receive a very special award. You know, that student who is picked must be someone who's really kind, someone who's hardworking, someone who follows all the expectations of paws. They have to be a very good example. And then they will be able to be a participant in this possible award.
Ooh, you know what? I know lots of kids who are like that at Sullivan Elementary.
Those winners each month will receive an invitation to come to a very special lunch with their parents. And that lunch then will be with Mrs. Fisher, yourself and I, and we will be presenting them with a very special certificate. Won't they be so proud?
Oh, probably more proud than they've ever been in their whole lives.
Boys and girls, each of you has a chance to be that next Super Sullivan citizen. Remember to always do your best to follow the paws expectations. Remember to be kind to everyone. And remember to always do your best. They could be the next winner. And last but not least, today in our Tiger News, we have a feature story that we'd like to share with you. There's a new tool that kids all over the country are using, and it's called the Problem-Solving Ladder. And here to tell us about it today is Ms. Levy.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Levy, the school counselor at Sullivan, and I'm so happy to see you all. Welcome back to school. It is so nice to have you back in the building. Well, I have something really, really cool that I want to share with you today. It's something called the Problem-Solving Ladder. Kids all over the United States are using this really cool tool to solve their problems, and guess what, boys and girls? You can use the Problem-Solving Ladder too. It's so easy. You know what a ladder is, right? An extension ladder. We use a ladder so we can climb up and down to get up to places that we can't reach, especially when we're short. Well, the Problem-Solving Ladder is like that too. It helps you get somewhere when you're having a disagreement with a friend. It helps you come to a solution that both people can live with. Do I hear some arguing going on?
It's mine. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Because I lost mine and it was on the table and then you took it.
No, I've had it on my neck all the time.
I saw it on the table.
No, you didn't.
Ladies, Miss Leiterman, Mrs. Ulmer, what's going on here? It sounds like you're having a problem.
Yeah, she is my whistle.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wait, is it your whistle?
It's my whistle.
It's my whistle.
No, she took my whistle. And now I don't have one.
I'm so sorry you're having a problem, ladies, but you know what? I think this would be a great time for us to try out the new problem-solving ladder. Would you be willing to give it a try?
All right.
All right, here we go, ladies. Let's go right over here. Here's the problem-solving ladder. Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
Well, here's how it works, ladies. One of you is going to go on one end, right here. Miss Leiterman, could you go right here on this end? And Miss Ulmer, I'm going to have you come down and stand at this end, right down here. And we're going to use this ladder to help you solve the problem, to see whose whistle maybe this is, okay? So, here's how it all begins. First of all, Miss Leiterman, I'm going to have you step on that square right there, and it says, what does that say on there?
I feel.
All right, so Miss Leiterman, we're going to have you tell Mrs. Ulmer, how are you feeling right now?
I am feeling disappointed, and I feel sad because you took my whistle.
Okay, time out. We're going to go down to this end of the ladder. Now, Miss Ulmer, could you please step on the first square? And it says, I feel. Could you please tell Mrs. Leiterman how you are feeling right now?
I feel angry because you're saying I took your whistle and I didn't.
Now, let's go back to Miss Leiterman. Miss Leiterman, could you take another step forward? You kind of already answered this. So I know before you said that you were feeling very mad and angry and sad. Because why? The second step of the ladder says because. So could you please tell Mrs. Ulmer why you're feeling mad and sad?
Because I lost my whistle and she took it.
Now, Mrs. Ulmer, could you please step forward? It says here because on your square. Could you please tell Mrs. Leiterman why you are feeling the way you are feeling?
I'm feeling angry because you're saying I took your whistle and I didn't.
All right, boys and girls. So now we have established the problem that both people are feeling very sad and very angry all over this whistle. So let's see if we can figure out whose whistle this really is. Mrs. Leiterman, could you take a step to the next square? The next square says, so what you are saying is. Now this is kind of tricky. I want you to think back. What did Mrs. Ulmer say? How is she feeling and why was she feeling that way?
She's feeling angry because I said that she took my whistle.
Thank you very much. Good work. Mrs. Ulmer, could you please step forward? Now you're standing on the square that says, so what you're saying is, could you please tell Mrs. Leiterman what she said? How was she feeling and why was she feeling it that way?
She's feeling angry because she thinks I took her whistle, but I didn't.
So she's feeling angry because she thinks you took the whistle. All right. The next step of the ladder is really important as well because the next step says, maybe we should try. This is where we're going to start kind of brainstorming some ideas on how could we solve the problem. So Mrs. Leiterman, would you take the next step forward? It says, maybe we should try what? Can you think of a possible solution to this problem?
Get another whistle?
So then you could both have a whistle, and then you wouldn't have to argue about who the one belongs to. Thank you. Good idea. Mrs. Ulmer, could you step forward? Could you share an idea that you might have on how we could share or how we could solve this problem?
Well, maybe we could both look for your whistle together.
Oh, very good. All right, boys and girls, so we have two possible solutions so far. Mrs. Leiterman suggested that they could get another whistle and have two whistles so they wouldn't have to fight over the one. Mrs. Ulmer had a very good idea. She said maybe we could go look for Mrs. Leiterman's whistle together, and she would be willing to help. Ladies, are there any other suggestions that you can think of that might solve this problem? I know it's hard. And you have two really good ones. I mean, that might be enough, but
I kind of like the one that maybe we should look for the whistle together.
that you could look for the whistle together. How do you feel about that, Mrs. Ulmer?
Yeah, that sounds good to me because we can both look together and find it.
Okay, well, the next square of the ladder says choose and shake. So I'm wondering, ladies, do you think this might be the solution that you want to go with today? That you will both go and look for Mrs. Leiterman's missing whistle together? Could you do that, Mrs. Leiterman? Yes, could you do that, Mrs. Ulmer? Okay, so if that's true, then why don't you both step forward and shake. Yay! Solve the problem! See how easy that is, boys and girls? It works just like that. And you can make the problem-solving ladder work for you, too. Give it a try, why don't you? So, boys and girls, we just saw two friends, Mrs. Leiterman and Mrs. Ulmer, work through a problem that they were having using the problem-solving ladder. And it worked really well, didn't it? Because by the time they got to the middle of the ladder, they could be friends. They didn't have to be angry at each other anymore, and they could feel happy inside again. So today you are going to get a chance to try using the problem-solving ladder with your group during your Mix It Up activity. Your teacher is going to give you some ideas that you can act out and try using the ladder in class. Now remember, everybody in the classroom has to help out with ideas on how to solve the problem. So you're going to have to help the two actors work their way to the middle so that they can solve their problem as well. So give it a try. See what you think. Play around with it this afternoon and experiment. And let's see if maybe this ladder can't help you solve a problem someday as well. Thanks, everybody.
Wow, Miss Levy, that problem-solving ladder is the bomb! Kids, you've got to go give this a try.
For sure. Well, guess what time it is? It's time for this edition of WPAWS, Tiger News, to be at a conclusion. Thanks again, kids, for working so hard to follow the PAWS expectations. Your positive behavior certainly helps to make our school even better.
Until next time, this is Mr. Barsh.
And this is Mrs. Poe, along with Sully the Tiger today, signing off.
Stay classy, Sullivan.